Boom! Let's go, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve, along with my sidekick, Micah. So, I thought we'd just do a kind of a run through of Maker's Mark today. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not probably one of my favorites, but they've got some solid stuff. I mean, it's a good weeded bourbon. So, all these are we're gonna do 5 fresh cork popping some Maker's Mark tonight. Hell yeah! So we're going to start off with just your regular Maker's Mark. Of course, it's going to be 90 proof. I mean, it's an limited edition bottle, but it's the same juice inside. So this is your regular Maker's. And I think, one of the interesting things with having Micah on is he's really new to bourbon. So he kind of gives you a new perspective versus me being a little bit more of a veteran.
Connoisseur.
So that gives another perspective. So we're going to start off with just regular Maker's Mark and let Micah give his first impressions of Maker's. Like I said, your regular weeded bourbon, nothing special about it in my opinion. But a lot of people love it. And then of course, as always here on Bourbon Quest, every new bottle, new, old, renewed, it gets a 2-ounce infinity pour.
Tell them about the infinity bottle.
Oh, they know about the infinity bottle they've been watching. We got over 400 bourbons in that bitch.
To our new guests, tell them about it, man. It's interesting, man.
Yeah, every time we open up a new bottle, it doesn't care if it's just your regular, $30 bottles of Maker Mark, or if it's a $200 bottle of Parker's Heritage. They all get the same treatment. They all get a 2-ounce pour into the infinity bottle. And it changes. It's exciting. It's fascinating. I love drinking out of it. All right. So this is your regular Maker's Mark. Go ahead. Right. Tell Bourbon Quest what you think there, Micah.
What up, Bourbon Quest? How y'all doing today? Good to see y'all.
Thanks for tuning in.
First impression is it's smooth. Goes down good.
Oh, you already sipped it.
Yeah, I killed it. I grew up on Maker's Mark in Kentucky. It's popular in parties. Growing up, people always had some Maker's Mark. And
I mean, it's very soft on the nose. I mean, it's 90 proof.
I feel like it's soft on the palate too.
I definitely get that wheat and vanilla caramel. Yeah, I can tell off the nose it's a weeded bourbon. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely smooth. I definitely get vanilla caramel.
Vanilla caramel, for sure.
A little bit of milk chocolate. It's actually better than it's been a while since I've had that. That's better than what I thought it was, to be honest with you. I mean, at 90 proof, the nose is soft, palate soft. I mean, there's not much mouthfeel or finish, but totally crushable bottle. I actually like it better than I remember. I'm okay with it. I mean, yeah, for a 90 proof weeded bourbon at its price point, not a bad choice. And you get the nice traditional wax topping on there.
Hey, fun fact about Maker's Mark. I was just doing a little research before we started the video, and I found that the former CEO of Maker's Mark started out as a rocket scientist.
I'm a rocket scientist.
I already knew that, but I thought it was pretty interesting that that little fun fact. You were telling me about
Bill Samuels, right?
Man, Bill Samuels, you're right.
Nailed it.
Man, how'd you know that, man?
So, and for the longest time, that was all they produced was just their regular Maker's Mark. Nothing wrong with that. They've made a fortune off of that. And then, corporations got involved, and then they came out with Bill's recipe number 46. This one is in a little classier box version with a coaster set in it. So let's pull open the 46. How do you open this bitch? Right there's the thing.
It's
there we go.
Idiot proof.
I ain't no idiot. I got it open. Come on now.
I'm just playing with you. You one of the smartest guys I know, bro.
Yeah, so a little box there, put up on the shelf or start a fire with. I don't know. You know, take that box, cut it up, put it in a fire pit, pour some Maker's Mark over, light that bitch on fire. That's what I'm saying. All right, so this is the just your regular 46. Nothing special about it, just because it came in a box. So again, we'll give Micah the first honor since he's a newbie. This is the 46 recipe.
You want me to wait on you this time?
I don't care. I mean, nose it first though. Give them your nose before the tasting. Oh yeah, we gotta do our 2 ounce infinity pour Maker's 46. Infinity pour.
That infinity bottle's no fucking joke.
Alright, so 46. Tell them what you think on the nose. Do you pick up any differences? I think it's also 90 proof, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know why, but it smells stronger.
Roughly. It's instead of 90 proof, it's 94 proof. So yeah, you're correct. It's slightly stronger. Why is that gonna? Oh, that's because it came in a box. French oak. So it's finished with a French oak stave.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, I get a hint of hand sanitizer.
Really? That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Hand sanitizer, wood. I may be crazy, bro. I'm just giving you.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I get a lot of the same notes on it. The only difference I get really is it comes off a little bit more oakier than your regular Maker's Mark, but not overwhelmingly, but just a little bit.
It tastes smoother than it smells.
It has a better mouthfeel. Yeah, I definitely get just the slightest little bit more proof on that. A little bit more complexity. A lot of the same notes. Just a little bit more oakiness. I mean, I think it's a step up from the regular Makers, in my opinion.
I can definitely tell a difference. It's stronger. I can feel it a little bit more in my chest. Going down, it burns a little more.
It has a better mouthfeel. Longer finish. You definitely get that little bit more oakiness. I don't think it's distinctly different, but I think it's a, you know, at least a half step, if not a full step up from the regular.
I remember back in my days in parties in Western Kentucky, if you had a bottle of Maker's Mark, you was the man that night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Makers and Crown was the two. If you had those, you was the man. You was probably getting a girl to come home with you that night.
So then the next we're gonna do is Maker's Mark 101. It says limited release, but it should be readily available. At least I've seen it around for the last 2 or 3 years. It does say on the box, a rare taste of our signature bourbon. For generations, we have welcomed special guests at our distillery to sample our signature bourbon at a higher proof. 101. We're now offering this exclusive bourbon to you through this annual holiday release. Holiday? So you can share it with special guests of your own throughout the season. Like all of our bourbon, we think there's a lot to discover within it. Front of tongue, bourbon smoothness, but with richer and more intense flavor from the higher proof. It's definitely different and a rare treat for all that make the pour. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. So yeah, comes in a box. So it's your Maker's Mark 101 whiskey. So, alright.
About how much does that run you?
I don't think it's more than 40 or 50 bucks.
That's a good deal.
I don't think it's that special, but we'll find out. Again, we'll give Micah the first honors. Me, second fiddle. And then, oh, it's a fresh cork pop, so that means an infinity pour.
Heck yeah.
Alright, so Maker's 101. Alright, let's nose it. Yeah, I mean, I can feel the higher alcohol content.
For sure.
But I actually think I get a little bit less of the flavor notes on the nose. Maybe a little bit more cherry than the others, but I don't know. I don't think it's anything special. Alright, let's go to the palate, my friends.
Definitely stronger. Harsher going down.
Really?
Yeah, to me, it's a beast.
I don't feel it.
Yeah?
Like, I don't know.
Just smooth to you?
It's crushable, it's smooth, it's sweet, vanilla, caramel. I mean, I get the higher alcohol content on the nose.
If I was drinking this at a bar, I would want a chaser. The first two I could drink straight if I had to.
I don't need no chasers. I'm
Never?
a real man.
Never?
I'm a real man. I get a little bit more chocolate on it. Yeah. I think it's a pass. Like, it's supposed to be a limited release or whatever. I mean, granted, it's not expensive. It's 40 to 50 bucks. But I think I would, yeah, I think it's a pass at that price. I mean, yeah, I'm not overwhelmed by that. I think that's a pass. I think I'm down. I'm going down. Never buying this again.
Seriously?
Makers 101. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think I would just rather have the regular Makers, or definitely the 46 over that. And I mean,
I would say there's not too much
off.
of a difference between this one and that one. There's not too much of a difference.
Well, I mean, no. The only difference is the proof, or should be, is just the proof from 90 proof to 101 proof. Now, before we get to a private selection, we're gonna do, in my honest opinion, outside the private selections I've always liked, because there's 1,001 different combinations you can go to the private selection.
What is the private selection?
I'll talk about that in a minute. But the private selections, I've never been disappointed in. But but before we get to the private selections, we're going to do a Maker's Mark cask strength. That's what you should be.
Cask strength?
Oh, hell yeah, this one's coming in. Because their entry proof, if I'm not mistaken, for Makers is 110 proof is what they enter the barrel at. Granted, to be bourbon, you have to come off the still at 165 proof. You have to go into the barrel no more than 125 proof. But Makers enters the barrel at 110 proof. So usually your cask strengths are going to be 109, 110, 109, 110, maybe 111. This one actually comes in at 112.5. So, hell, shout out to that, you cask strength motherfucker. Alright, I'm excited about this. I think this is the highest cask strength that I've had of Makers. And, you know, I'm a proof hound. So, I mean, I tend to like the higher proof. And that's what, granted, I'm not a big fan of Fred Minnick, but I think he once said if they'd put out a 10-year-old 112 proof, that would be phenomenal and fly off the shelf. This is 112 proof. I don't know about 10 years old, but let's find out. I don't like the fucking screw top. Give me a cork.
Yeah.
Alright, there's Micah.
I wonder what's the story behind the little drip red thing.
Oh, there is a story behind it. I'm going off cuff since he brought it up, but I think Bill Samuel's mother or something, like when they first started, makers dipped them in red wax. It's now a trademark. You can't dip your whiskey in red wax without breaking the trademark agreement. But her name was Miriam, I think.
I'm looking it up right now. Tell me more. Keep going.
No, but I think her name was Miriam. I think it was his mother that started the dipping the bottles in the red wax. And that's like a staple of Maker's Mark. Oh, you got your pour? You got your pour? Yeah. Oh, we need to get the affinity up pour. Hell yeah. This is one of the higher cask. I love cask strength. Alright. I'm ready. I'm excited about this one. I wish he came in a cork instead of a screw. Although I do like to screw if she's hot, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. There's so much more on the nose on this. There's richer caramel, vanilla, milk chocolate. You definitely get that proof on that too. Cheers, my friends, and cheers to you, Bourbon Quest. Oh. Yeah, I definitely get that chocolate. I get that mouthfeel, long finish, vanilla, caramel, deliciousness.
Delicious.
That's
out of all of them, that was the best one.
I mean, I thought it would be. Maybe the barrels, the private barrel might be better, but this is phenomenal. And I want to say that's between 50 to 60 bucks. Man, get you a Maker's Mark cask strength. That's, I mean, for, you know, a higher proof wheated bourbon, I mean, you're not always going to get Weller, but you can get this. I mean, the cask strength is the bomb in my opinion.
Yeah, that definitely was good.
Yeah, I get that milk chocolate. I get some cherry, vanilla, caramel.
I agree with all those.
And, you know, great mouthfeel, long finish. This is 112, what, 0.2? Oh, 0.5, 112.5? I mean,
warm me up.
That's actually one of the higher cask strength. Usually they're going to be between 109 to 111. Because their barrel entry is at 110. And that this one got to 112.5 is phenomenal. That's the highest one I've ever seen. I've never seen like 113 or anything, because they enter the barrel at 110. So I mean, I would say if you can get 110 or higher, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's still a buy it at 109 proof, but the fines are at 110 and above, and this is the highest one I've ever seen, and it's delicious.
How much does a bottle of that run you?
I'm gonna say I mean, I don't know offhand, but if I had to guess, probably 65 to 70. Yeah.
Compared to some of the other bottles that we tasted, that's definitely worth it.
I mean, I'm a fan of the Maker's Cask Strength. The I mean, yeah, if you're going to choose between this limited edition 101 versus the Cask Strength, that's a no-brainer. I'm not buying the 101 again.
Dang, you hated that bunch?
I didn't hate it. I just, compared to, if I want Makers, and yeah, I would choose any of these 4 over this 101. Oh yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's bad.
Right.
All right, last one. Oh, this is a Maker's Mark private selection from Pops. Hello, Pops. They call this candy concoction. Candy concoction. Coming in at 112 proof from October of 2021. Hell yeah.
That last one got me sweating. I definitely felt that one out of all of them the most. That was a beast.
Where's your glass? Oh, a fresh cork pop. Hello, America. Alright. We give Micah the first pour.
I feel special.
You are special.
Oh, man.
At least in my book.
Special education.
Yeah. Hey. I'm not going to comment on that. So, as always, we get a 2-ounce pour. Oh, maybe a little bit more in that one. Into the infinity bottle. Alright, let's see what this private selection from Pops. Love me some Pops. The only thing I didn't have out here tonight, which I'll probably have to revisit, is the Maker's 46 Cask Strength. I got my eyes on one. I wasn't a huge fan initially, but I'm willing to give it another shot because it has a different label.
Tell me what you think about this one.
Man, what is this one? 112. Yeah, 112 proof. Oh. I get some deep, dark, rich chocolate caramel. Some vanilla. Man, the nose is great on this. What was our combination? So it was 3 staves of seared French, 2 of Maker's 46, and 5 of what? Roasted French Mandalust or something. I don't know what the hell it is, but there's definitely some dark fruit notes on that, along with chocolate, vanilla, caramel. Alright. Cheers, my friend, and cheers.
Bourbon
More
Quest.
important, you, Bourbon Quest. That's delicious. That's like chocolate, vanilla, caramel, toasted malt, creme brulee, all combined. That might be one of the better private selects I've had. That's awesome. What was it, 112 proof?
Yeah.
I don't know. 112 proof.
About how much would that run you?
Probably like 65, 70. Somewhere. That's
worth it.
Yeah, that's. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've had probably like 5, 6, maybe even more Makers probably. That's one of the better ones. This is delicious.
As a whole, I can say I like Maker's Mark It's a trusted brand. You buy it, you know what you're getting. It's fire. Like I said back in the day, if you had Maker's Mark at the party, you was that guy. So I've always been like keen to Maker's Mark growing up. I always knew it was good stuff. Trying it, it doesn't disappoint. It feels good. It tastes good. I can feel it running through my veins.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge Maker's Mark fan, but at the same time, like their wood finishing series that we've done on the channel, definitely that cast strength. Any of the private selects. I mean, I still think it's worth your money, you know, for an everyday drinker, for just your regular Maker's Mark. And then the 46 is a step above. The only one right now I would say is a pass. Is this 101 is bullshit. Like, don't buy the 101. Pay an extra $5 or $10 for the cast strength. But outside of that, like, I mean, if your budget is $30, $35 and you just want to get a regular Maker's Mark, go ahead. If you can spend an extra $10, get the 46. If you want to spend 10 more bucks, which I think this is the bomb, is the cast strength. And then the private selects, I've always loved. They offer so much unique experience. And this is probably one of the better ones, to be honest with you. Alright, we're going to finish it up, and then we're going to sign out and say goodnight. But thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think about Makers? What's your lineup? I'm going to give them, I still think Cask Strength is number 1. The Private Select is number 2.
These are equal here.
I'm going to say the 46 is still above that. And the 101, don't waste your time. If you want a 101 proof bourbon, go buy Wild Turkey.
Wow, I knew you was going to say that.
But yeah, I'm not buying this one again. I wasn't even sure if I'd buy these two again, but based upon tonight, I probably will. I mean they're good, they're solid. I just don't think this special release of you're not Wild Turkey 101, you're Maker's Mark 101, and you're a bitch.
Dang,
I mean,
straight like that.
That's a disappointment. All right, we're gonna finish this up. Then we're gonna smoke. We may come back and do these blind. We may not. You don't know. Tune in, motherfucker.
Tune in for sure. Thank you guys for watching another episode. We're gonna be back again sometime soon. We appreciate everybody. We're trying to grow our followers up, so tell a friend about the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we can bring y'all some more entertaining content. We're gonna keep bringing it no matter what. My man here he loves this stuff. He's got me